After several months of running from the bandits, the poor mother took refuge in an orphanage, drinking a lullaby for her newborn son, Lu Shu. When the hostess of the orphanage comes to kick her out, the mother looks at the child for the last time and gives it to the hostess, saying that she will go for medicines. While the woman was examining the nut-shaped pendant around her neck, the mother disappeared and never appeared again. After 18 years, Lu became a beggar boy, as he was constantly spending money on the useless desires of his sister Xiaoyu. This time he bought her a wand, and now he has no money even to pay for college. They decide to watch the fire show, so Lu puts Xiaoyu on his neck, but they quickly fall because Lu does not have a strong physical body. Then they decide to go closer, but as soon as they stood at the stage, the flames almost burned Lu's face. At that moment, time stopped, and his pendant shone with golden rays. No one else saw what was happening around, and Lu realized that the person on the stage was not really performing tricks, but most likely had magical abilities. After the show, Lu would like to go backstage hoping to find out if it was tricks or magic, and also wants to learn it to earn some money. Entering inside, they witness how the magician is put to sleep by unknown people. As soon as they are discovered, a group of people report that they are from the police and put the guy to sleep, since he did not have a license to perform magic tricks. Lu realizes that this is most likely a lie, but there is nothing left for them to do, but say that they are lost and leave. At the exit, they are met by a guy who is interested in what is happening behind the scenes. However, Lu doesn't like the stranger and they just leave. On the way home, Lu assumes that the magician really did have magical powers, and that the men in black suits are destroying those who have them. This makes him think that the world has changed a lot, but Xiaoyu grounds him when he says that he is adopted. While Lu is preparing dinner, Xiaoyu is so hungry that she is ready to eat Lu's nut. However, he hits her on the forehead with it, as he is now going to the store to buy noodles. As Lu walks through the crosswalk, he remembers that Xiaoyu was always by his side during his childhood and took care of him. Lost in thought, he doesn't notice a truck coming at him and knocking him down. Lu loses consciousness, and his soul began to leave the body. At that moment, a cheat system opens up in front of him, which gives him new life after the nut cracks, lifting him up and making his heart beat again. Opening his eyes, Lu does not feel any pain and decides to take advantage of this moment to earn money. He yells at the driver to pay him compensation, but random numbers start to appear above him. The driver ran away in fear because he thought Lu was a ghost. At the store, Lu is buying noodles, and the clerk was shocked that he had a red spot on his forehead. Because of this, Lu ran away and ran into a couple who also had numbers above their heads, but he ignored it. At home, Lu explains to his sister that he was hit by a car, but Xiaoyu doesn't care, as she enjoys the noodles. Lu examines himself for injuries, but finds that there are none, and he is completely healthy. However, he notices a strange scar on his arm, which activates the user interface. There he sees the internal game currency earned per day. He understands that now his income depends on the negative emotions of people and considers himself the king of demons. Lu finds a lottery system and leaves his entire balance in it, since apparently he is just a gambler. He wins nothing, but hits the jackpot at the last moment. Before him appears a golden scroll with the words of the lullaby that his mother sang to him for the last time. He begins to sing a song aloud, and the scroll turned into a magic ball, and a beam of light leaped from a distant galaxy, which led to the ball. When Lu opened his eyes, he found himself in another world. However, even in this case, he only thinks about money, and therefore decides to beat off all the invested coins in roulette, angering his sister. Before going to bed, they decide to watch new episodes of AniMap, but Lu feels an uneasiness inside that has never happened to him. He understands that the reason for this is new magical abilities, and therefore, because of this feeling, he goes out into the street and sees bandits on the roof who put the magician to sleep. Lu decides to hide, but their leader, Feixi, finds him and asks what he's doing there. Lu quickly found an excuse, and Fei decides to let the guy go. At home, Xiaoyu wonders who his brother was chatting with when suddenly a man fell outside the window. Lu goes to see something, but before that he forbade Xiaoyu to go with him, thereby earning coins. Disobeying his brother, Xiaoyu goes outside and offers to call an ambulance. However, Lu doesn't even have the money to call an ambulance, and so he suggests leaving him further on the ground. When the numbers appeared from above, Lu realized that the man would pretend to have lost consciousness. Then Lu came up with a brilliant idea to capitalize on it. He irritated the guy in every possible way and even resorted to physical violence. This enraged the man, and he tried to burn Lu, but his power awakened and put out the fire. This repeated several times, which is why Lu only made money on it, as it annoyed him even more. It turned out that the man just decided to joke and wanted to leave. In the end, Lu told him to be careful in the alleys, because even maniacs can get out from around the corners. He smiled like a real demon king and went home. Xiaoyu asks how Lu was able to stop the fire. He reveals that he awakened his magic power, but Xiaoyu doesn't believe him, as Lu is too weak for that. Lu then orders the dishes to be washed, as he thinks she is a dishwasher, which angers Xiaoyu. In the room, Lu calls the interface and buys an enhancement fruit with all her money. After he eats it, a beam of light from a distant galaxy rushes into Lu's house and penetrates directly into his soul. Lu teleports back to the universe where a new planet appears. Lu puts a lot of her energy into it, causing her to wake up and see a glowing golden tree on her arm. He decides to test his strength and was able to lift the bed with ease, and in order to increase his strength, Lu decides to collect more coins. After seeing the fire on the news, he decided to make his classmates burn on fire, and therefore he writes stupid messages, which earns 1,000 points. The next day, Lu sells eggs to earn money for college. His classmates see him and try to pretend that they did not notice him, since almost no one communicates with him in the class, since he is too poor. However, Lu is already accustomed to such a reaction from society. After a couple of minutes, he is approached by a prefect named Lai, who calls him a beggar, but Lu was able to put pressure on his pride and force him to buy 100 eggs from him in front of other classmates, thereby disgracing him. Lu informs everyone that some idiot just bought all of his eggs, which causes resentment from the people as they were queuing for a long time. However, the headman decides to pay them with a VIP card, knowing that Lu does not have a terminal for accepting cashless payments. At this moment, King's classmate Kao puts money on the table, and Lu felt a strong heartbeat as he secretly loves her. At the lesson, Lu learns that there are more awakened people. At the moment, there are 6 ranks, starting from F rank, where you are just a little stronger than an ordinary person, ending with a rank where you can control various elements. Lu understands that he has an F rank, and therefore he will strive for an A rank. Suddenly, a student bursts into the classroom and reports that his classmate has awakened after an argument with the teacher. Lu goes with the crowd to the roof, but accidentally runs into Kay on the stairs and realizes that she is also awakened, but hides her powers. On the roof, the student warns that no one should approach him, otherwise the teacher will turn into a cake. Lu decides to make money even in this case, and therefore angers a classmate by calling him an idiot. Then Lu realizes that there are a lot of people around who can make money. The student threatens to throw the teacher down, as nothing will happen to him anyway, because he is just a child. However, Lu stepped forward and started reciting articles from the Constitution, astounding everyone with his intelligence, which made Lu earn a lot of money. The police took advantage of this opportunity and neutralized the student. After this incident, Lu is approached by a classmate who asks him why he was sure that the guy would not kick out the teacher. However, Lu did not know him, because he just wanted to earn coins. Back in the classroom, it turns out that everyone will be taking a test of the red liquid to check for awakening. Lu wanted to run away, but he failed to do so, so he passed this test. On the way home, Lu sees the same guy who was at the festival. The stranger again decides to meet Lu, but he simply ignores him. Xiaoyu's temperature has been on the rise since she washed clothes in cold water. Lu decides to play the lottery to win a heavenly fruit in the hope that it will help. He knocks out some fruits and gives one of them to Xiaoyu, causing her to recover immediately. Then Lu decides to give her all the fruits at once, which is why Xiaoyu believes that he has awakened. Before leaving, Lu decides to reclaim the coins she invested and tells Xiaoyu to do her homework and that she is adopted, which angers her greatly. The next day, the teacher announces the creation of a new class, where students with magical abilities will be trained under the guidance of Fei. The blood test revealed who was the awakened one, and when Lu's name was spoken, everyone was shocked, as Lu was weak enough to awaken. New student Zhang enters the classroom and sits next to Lu. The whole class was shocked when they found out that Jiang is a boy who has enough female external features. In the evening, Lu comes to the awakened class and wonders why Fei should become their teacher. Fei explains that their blood has been tested with a nickel alloy, and the darker the mixture becomes, the higher their rating. There are already people in the world with the highest ranks who have gone beyond the redistribution of human capabilities. That is why there is a class of awakened ones, to teach them how to control their power and become the defender of the city from the awakened villains. When Lu passes the alloy test, he is rated F, which makes him the weakest class among them. But Lu didn't care, because this test just shows your current rank, which can be developed. At home, he eats the last fruit and notices that now it cannot be won in the lottery, but can only be bought in the store. This means that a new prize has been added to the Wheel of Fortune, but it turns out to be stinky tofu. He spins the wheel a few times, hoping to win something worthwhile, but there are now a lot of tofu bowls on his desk. Lu decides to spin the wheel one last time, and he hits the jackpot, which turns out to be a scroll. However, the scroll's energy enters Xiaoyu, causing a black beam of light to seep out of the universe, awakening her and revealing her own planetary system. That evening, Lu wondered what was the difference between their two star systems and if there was any connection between them. He remembers that before he can get a new item, he must win 80 stinky tofu in the lottery. Then he comes up with a brilliant idea to turn these tofu into money. The next morning, Lu began to spread the smell of expired product, which allowed him to sell all the tofu at once. On the way home, he sees his neighbor named Xiaoyu practicing swordsmanship. He invites Lu to learn from him, but Lu simply ignores him and leaves. Days pass, and Lu is also hated by no one, thanks to which his earnings are kept. His life began to change. Almost all the planets were open to him. Stinky tofu was sold for a lot of money, and he also received more coins each time. Soon, after eating the last fruit, he discovered the last planet, and now he can summon a sword that he can control with his soul. However, he has used up his strength a lot, but he does not leave the thought of how strong he will become if he opens all 7 solar systems. The next day, the teacher gave each student a spirit stone that unlocks hidden abilities through meditation. At home, Lu decided to combine his sword with a stone, but the cruelty among the two artifacts stunned him. Out on the street, Lu notices his neighbor, who again offers to learn from him, but Lu also continues to ignore him. At school, the headman shows a master class in arm wrestling, defeating everyone in a row. When Lu comes, he challenges him to a duel. However, Lu easily defeats him with one hand and then with the other, and jokingly thanks him for being able to awaken again. At school lunch, Lu ate alone as usual, but he decided to earn some coins from it by releasing expired tofu gas. At midnight, Lu's heart began to palpitate, and he asks Xiaoyu to keep quiet while he goes to investigate. He saw a Chinese named Ting bowed his head, and the old man greeted him as the leader of the Heavenly Network. Chaos reigned around, and a fierce war continued, because of which the leader offers the old man to join the clan of the Heavenly Network. However, Li refuses, despite the fact that he could end the war. Then Ting leaves and finally says that he will bring the medicine that Xiaoyu needs so much. Ting cast a sharp glance in Lu's direction and left. Lu did not think that the old man was very strong, so the next day he approached Xiaoyu with a request for training. However, he meant to do his homework with Xiaoyu, which makes them angry, and Lu gets the coins. If you want to continue, then write about it in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like and press the bell so as not to miss new videos. AniMap was with you. Bye everyone.